really, the chaos grew with the falling out between you and Mr. Craig's daughter. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Mr. Dempsey, you look like you want to say something, please.
I was just going to add, all the tension was there when we moved in. There was problems prior to us moving in between the daughter and the people he had living on the other side of the house doing work for him. And it was like back and forth all the time. And
I kind of just got caught in the middle because I was trying to be friends with his daughter and my roommates, and my roommate was not happy that I was friends with him because initially that's how I found out that they were overcharging me in rent, was his daughter let me know.
If this was a really toxic relationship, when it came time to part ways, at least initially in January, why hold out to move back in?
Because the guy was giving us cheap rent. I was willing to put up with all kind of stuff for cheap rent.
And he lived like 2 blocks from where he worked. So it was just super convenient for us to stay there.
Where are you living now?
Currently back in my vehicle because we were told to like hold on out till...
You working, sir?
Yes, sir, I am.
What is your reasoning for asking us to impose this liability on this landlord? Why should he have to pay for
just so
your
that we can
relocation costs?
Yeah, so...
Yes.
Because we wouldn't have to, because had he had gone and gotten licensed contractors, you know what I'm saying, that was legit, that could do the work and do the work lawfully, then we wouldn't be in the situation we're in. And we wouldn't have had to, we would have never, we would have kept paying the cheap rent.
That's a big jump. That's a big jump, that we wouldn't be in the situation we're in because of him. You were living in a van before he gave you an opportunity to stay in a place that was better than the van.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. We're going to excuse all of you, and we will deliberate on this matter. Thank you both.
This courtroom is now in recess.
So this is a sad case in many ways. You know, we have a landlord who is trying to do the right thing, and we have plaintiffs who obviously fallen on hard times and are struggling and having to live in these conditions. So my last question to them was really what I'm struggling with. I'd like to know what your points of view are on this.
I mean, what Mr. Dempsey said at the end there, like you said, was a stretch. I mean, they are in the position that they're in, sadly, because of their own doing. They were living in their van before they met Mr. Craig. Like you said, I think Mr. Craig not only tried to do the right thing, I mean, he obviously noticed that there was an injustice there, right? They were being charged more than they should have been and were being taken advantage of, and he tried to fix that. And I tend to agree with Mr. Craig. He's not the one that kicked him out. The city did. He shouldn't have been renting in the first place. But according to him, he was renting to people that didn't have a place to live, so any place is better than no place.
Right, and there's, unfortunately, the opportunity to sort of prey on the less fortunate has increased since the pandemic. But I don't see Mr. Craig as one of those folks who came in and charged exorbitant rent and who really was trying to, you know, squeeze every dollar out of tenants that had fallen on hard times. I think he was trying to do the right thing. And unfortunately, I think the reason they didn't relocate elsewhere was because they really weren't going to get a deal like this.
Yeah.
And the law is pretty clear, as Judge Corriero pointed out, that in order to qualify for relocation assistance, you have to be there for 12 months. And I don't see any reason to sort of go outside the bounds of the law.
I don't either.
In this case.
As much as I'd like to help them, we can't do that.
Yeah.
We just can't do that and maintain any credibility about the role of this panel. So the verdict is that the plaintiffs have failed to prove their case. The complaint is dismissed.